and bang with the 42. The 42 goes down low. The 79 gets caught up in it just at the very end. The 67, though, and Nathan Stanley makes it on through free and clear. He, Paul Bertiani, and Larry Dickerson having a drag race down in the for one last attack, getting underneath him, not quite able to make it stick, having to lift once again. Oh, into exit of turn number 4, down onto the front straightaway here. Who's going to win it with the drag race? It's going to be Timothy Pope. First 3 and 4, 751 with a hefty lead here, about a half a car length as the one gets up into the wall with a run. 200 feet. It's going to be a close one across the line. Garrett Welsh made it 3 wide on the far outside lane, picking up spots left and right here as everybody fighting for every single spot we go. Coming across the line, white flag. So here we go, final lap. Hello and welcome everybody into some Friday night racing action with the NTRL Arca series here this evening, coming at you live from North Wilkesboro. This is going to be a fun race at this just over half a mile racetrack, and these guys are going to be doing a whole bunch of some bumping and rubbing here as we get things started off before seeing you guys again in the new year. So let's get things all kicked off here with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back. As always, these fantastic races wouldn't happen with some fantastic sponsorship support such as JP Designs and 3D Prints. Be sure to check them out for iRacing paint schemes as well as some 3D printing and button boxes. Also, big thank you to Davidson Builders up there in that northern New Jersey area. If you're looking to maybe do some remodels, put some extensions on those houses or something like that, be sure to go and check them out as they do A+ quality professional work in that northern New Jersey area. As well as big thank you to Admin Box as well, the premier button box for race admins, where at the push of a button they can throw yellow flags, do wave arounds, black flags, whatever you need to do, just right there at your fingertips. So thank you, Button Box, as well as big thank you here to SimGearCentral.com as well as TrekDogsRacing.com. Be sure to check these guys out for button boxes as well as merchandise, which I believe there's some AAA merch now up there on the store, so be sure to go check that out, as well as big thank you to Track Bar Media for that fantastic promo intro video, and be sure to go check them out for their great videos and photos of real life and sim life racing, as well as a big thank you to Country Through the Ages, your action replay sponsor here in this series. I'm Alan Brown, and I have a hot take on how oranges could be the ultimate fruit. However, they're just too dang hard to peel. But I'm joined by my good friend, Mr. Alan English. Alan, we're here at North Wilkesboro, a nice, kind of tricky, but at the same time, pretty fun to drive racetrack here tonight. A little over that half-mile mark, and we see a lot of great racing here.
Oh, absolutely. I was just talking to Adam Turner about right before we came on about how much fun this race is going to be and how great it's going to be to watch here tonight. Great historic track here. I'm so glad that they revived this thing, not just for iRacing, but in real life as well. They're going to bring some racing back to North Wilkesboro. In fact, I think they have already had a race or two there. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be great. No safer barriers here. It's a hard pit road to get onto with that dividing wall there. You're going to see some guys spinning, maybe locking some tires up and missing their pit entrance. So there's going to be action all over the track tonight. So can't wait to get that action started.
Indeed, it's down there on pit road, ready for all the anger and helmet throwing. Mr. Adam Turner. Adam, it's a very tricky track to drive, but these Arca cars, man, they're going to be up for a tough task.
Yeah, this is where anger will come in. This is an angry track. People get mad. They throw a fit, throw their helmet, threaten to come across state lines and beat each other after a race here. That's what I'm looking forward to. You know, it's going to be slippery. It's hot out there. Currently, the temperature is 122. Wow, that's crazy. 2 fast repairs, 5 sets of tires total, 25 incident points. You get a black flag, 30. You get a DQ, and we have 70% fuel tonight. It'll be fun.
It should be, as we take a look at tonight's race info. Beautiful sunshine flying here tonight, so these drivers not having an issue with that. Track temp might be a little warm, but either way, it will be a good time. Bringing us down to tonight's key to the race, and man, you got to put that pedal to the metal, but you have to do it carefully. I can't tell you how many times during practice, Alan, that we've seen people coming out of these corners just go for a wild spinning ride, and I think that's just you got to watch how much throttle input you're putting into it.
Yeah, even with warmed up, pressured up tires, you know, usually where your grip's going to be halfway decent. It's just so hard to get power down here. You've got a really low gear in there, and it doesn't take much. A little bit too hard on the throttle, and you're going to spin those back tires, and then you're spin out and end up with that rear bumper smashed into that concrete wall. So, yeah, you got to be real easy on that throttle when you're getting back in it.
Yeah, cold tires, old tires, you're gonna pay the price tonight. So be a little patient, guys. We have 180 laps, looks like. We got a long road to go and a short time to get there.
That we do. So as qualifying is currently underway, let's go ahead and see what the current leaderboard looks like, and it shows the 15 Vince Short up there on that top step. Right behind him is going to be Derek Welch right now. Still a few people yet to qualify, waiting for them to do so. A little bit of a limited field here tonight. I think Holiday's still messing with people, and I'm sure company parties and whatnot are going on. Like, I know we got a battle here going for first place between Bittner and Tim Pope, but Tim Pope is currently the only one that's in here.
Well, it's a shame we couldn't get more cars out here tonight, but it's a small track. It's going to get crowded out there quick. So, you know, it might be a little blessing in disguise and a way for us to get some good green flag action here tonight with the spaced out field.
15 cars on a track like this, it's going to feel like, you know, 100 at Daytona. It's going to be packed pretty tight. We'll be getting lap cars, all kinds of mess. So 15 cars is pretty good at the North Wilkesboro.
Indeed. So we're just kind of sitting here waiting for everybody to get all settled in and get ready to rumble here, but we still got a whole lot of racing left to go. 180 laps, which is definitely a high lap count, but these guys are doing it, you know, sub 20 seconds essentially, so it should fly by here pretty quickly.
Yeah, like you said, they're going to click off really quick here. Let's see, what is it? 0.63 times 180 laps. Oops, 0.63 times 180 is
Should be able to
100.
do that.
No, I can't do that in my head. It's 113.4 miles, so it's not that far here tonight. If we do stay green for the majority of the time, though, you're going to see it go by quick. The track speeds here are not going to get that high either. So I mean, 113 miles. It's still a pretty good ways, I guess.
It's a long way on a short track.
Looks like we're lining up for the feature here.
Yeah, that we are. So let's go ahead and tell everybody where their favorite driver is starting here tonight. And we get things started off down there with the 15 of Vince Short sitting on that top step with the 1 of Derek Welsh going to be starting right beside him. Let's see here. We're going to have the 69, Larry Dickerson, coming on strong here with a third place start with the 60 of Brian Neff in 4th. The 13 of Chris Klein will start here in 5th with the 5 of Nicholas Coate starting here in 6th. In 7th, we got the 53 of Slim, James Bowden, bringing that car starting here top 10, as well as the 73 of Josh Kelleher starting here in 8th. 19 of Cole Larson will start in 9th with the 728 of Mr. Timothy Pope, rounding out your starting top 10.
Jeff Ottinger in that 76 car will be starting inside row number 6. On the outside of him, Daniel Baker in the 90 machine. The 14 car of Adam Kilday will start 13th place. Robert Amaral in 14th. And Carson Conway in the 72 rounds out your field in 15th place.
So there we have it. We get things all locked and loaded here as the pace car leads these guys down through these turns. Let's see, are they gonna come on down? No, gonna go around one more time as we get ready to head to this green flag and we get this party started.
Dustin with a Y joining us. Say, let's go, Pope. Love the AAA broadcast team. Keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. We sure appreciate you. And Josh Kelleher talking about his DEP graphics paint tonight. He's running kind of a throwback scheme on that 73. It's a Riverside was that Riverside Park Raceway? Where was that track at? Yeah. Cool looking paint there.
That it is. So the pace car coming on down and in, which means we get up and ready to rumble here. Side by side, they come across that line. Green flag racing we go for the first time here tonight at North Wilkesboro. The 15 getting a great start there, leapfrogging out in front of that one of Derek Welsh. He's trying to hold off the 60 as well as the 69 of Neff and Dickerson right now, who's still side by side as they enter turns 3 and 4. Looks like right now the 60 holding that spot for the time. We also got the 5 Nick Coate trying to charge up through this field, but we do have side by side with that 73 with the 53 of the coach Slim, James Bowden, right now driving that Fujifilm car.
Yeah, these guys are building up some pressure on the tires right now. They're not trying anything too crazy on these cold tires. They're showing lots of patience out there with each other right now, just kind of getting spaced out and getting the feel for the track.
Yeah, normally at a track like this, we usually see them get a little crazy early. That big curb, we haven't mentioned the curb yet.
No.
That can definitely get you there on the corners, especially 3 and 4. There's a huge curve there, and we'll see that come into play at some point, I bet.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Get your left sides on it, that's for sure, man. It'll kick out on you.
As the kind of top three separate themselves a little bit here. Short, Welch, and Neff kind of pulling away from the field as Nick Coate in the 69 and Dickerson go side by side here. The 5 of Coate trying to make the pass up the bottom side. This is one of those tracks where probably the bottom side is where you're going to get all the passing done. But it's not an easy task to say the least. It's not a guaranteed spot. The outside does get a little bit of a run coming off of these corners.
I mean, if you're pretty similar speed to the guy in front of you, it's going to be just about impossible to get around him unless you give him a little nudge, maybe send him up the track a little bit. Not spin him, but, just kind of overspeed him a little bit into the turn and force him to slide up. You can get your nose in there.
Well, we definitely will see that. Right now, they just look real professional. Everybody's being patient. I haven't seen a race like this in a while where people aren't trying to kill each other early. Pretty good. Rutabaga real quick. I'll return.
Man, rutabagas. He must like those rutabagas if he's gonna
must
go eat one.
Oh, 53 a little loose there, Brown, in that Dodge machine.
Yeah, and that's what we were kind of talking about early on, alluding to. You got to be careful getting on that throttle. So far, these guys have been very patient with it. But of course, as time goes on, this kind of being a rhythm track, and that will help, but what will hurt is just kind of the length of it and sitting in the car and trying to put these laps away. Man, eventually you're gonna make a mistake at some point. It's not a if, it's a when.
It's mentally fatiguing as we see the 53 get a little tap and turn by the 19. Caution is out.
Caution is out. Thankfully, the 53 able to loop it back around. Other than the contact between the cars, no wall contact there. So let's go ahead and just kind of see what happened. Looks like the 19 maybe just coming in a little bit hotter than the 53. Tags the 53's rear quarter panel there, sends them on around. But again, able to get it spun right back on around, and pretty much no one else is for worse or wear. Just a couple loss of positions there.
Yeah, the driver of the 19, Cole Larson, did come over the radio and apologize, saying, "Hey, sorry, man, that was my bad." It could have been so much worse if there would have been contact with one of the walls there, or with another car that maybe couldn't slow down. So, good job by everybody of checking up and doing a little accident avoidance. But you know what that means, Brown? That we're stacking everybody back up again too wide. Yeah. Cautions breeding cautions, maybe.
There's definitely a possibility of that, as we do have some drivers out there with their face cameras on up, one of which is, let me make sure I pull up the stuff, Mr. Josh Kelleher out here driving around and getting that car all warmed up. Still hanging around there in the 7th, 8th spot. Looks like he's just using his patience as the key for him here tonight, but someone who's not so I don't know how to say it, but he's being patient, but that's because he's got that one spot, the number 1 spot right now, and that's the 15 of Vince Short. He was slowly trying to run away from Welch and Neff kind of there on that run. As you can actually kind of see him, he looks like he's doing some fuel saving now. He's trying to work that stuff before
getting that ignition switch shut off and dumping the clutch to restart that car will save you some fuel. It doesn't sound like it would save much, but it will save you some fuel if you do it enough. I'm going to say watch these guys on the restart. We're going to have somebody spin their wheels. These tires already have some wear on them, and we didn't see a whole lot of people come down the pit lane. So keep an eye out for these guys and watch for that wheel spin on the restart.
Sorry, I was
got to be in the right gear, guys.
I was distracted there. I don't know if it was the track bar or something, and there was a little glitch going on there as the adjustment knob was kind of spinning in and out of the car. It was kind of weird, but the 15 gets a good restart here as we go back to green flag racing. Looks like a early single file for the most part. We still got a little racing there as 728 Timothy Pope trying to fight his way up through this field. He's got the 19 Cole Larson right there behind him, as well as the Sonic the Hedgehog machine to the 90 of Daniel Baker out here. He's trying to go around here, maybe collect some rings and go into that super speed.
Yeah, get that turbo boost. Collect enough rings though to get there. Well, somebody who's slowly moving up. He's one of our big tire saving guys out there, Timothy Pope in the 728 car. Just kind of easing around right now, but Tim kind of saving something for later, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, Alan. And you know, with this race being how long it is and how much fuel these guys got, I mean, I think they could probably almost make it to halfway. They're right around lap. They're probably gonna have to pit by lap 70, with lap 90 being your halfway point. As the 90 gets a little bump and run there from the 53.
And that might be one of those things that Vince Short is looking at, is that, hey, if I could stretch this fuel mileage out, especially on the cautions here, and save a stop, he might be able to trap half the field lap down. We don't know.
Well, my eyes are on Tim Pope. I'm seeing what he's up to. He just slid a little bit
Yeah, he
from
did.
before. But very patient that guy is with the tires.
That indeed, he's currently trying to line up that 73 of Kelleher right now is on the field. Once again, kind of single filing its way out. The 90 and the 53 have been having a pretty good battle going back and forth. Right now, the 90 is going to hold that spot. Josh Kelleher in that 73. He's got Tim Pope coming up on that inside. Looks like he's going to leave him that extra room and just let the pass happen.
All right, I'm having trouble posting the link for the race on the Facebook page. I'll try again here in a little while.
Why is everybody so polite right now?
It's early yet.
Well, here's the problem with the Facebook page. Sorry, Brown. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they're probably being nice and patient, knowing, hey, you know what, get some good karma going into next year. We only got a couple of days of this year left, so build up that karma and hopefully you get 2023 started off on the right foot.
Yeah, I don't believe that for 1 minute. But I think why the Facebook thing's not working is because Zuckerberg figured us out again. The guy's been creeping our pages, and he knows I'm a little anti-Zuckerberg, so probably.
Oh no!
Yeah, probably going to be an issue for you guys to post anything on there. So I apologize for that.
I never heard that.
Yeah, and that Gates guy too. I don't like him. I don't know if I told you that. Oh, we got a turn in one.
Oh, 53 of Bowden going for a ride here again.
Yeah, right there on the front stretch, just as he was crossing the start-finish line.
Well, Derek Welch was ahead of him and kind of did the same thing. If you want to start with the number one.
Oh, there you go. I did not see that.
Derek Welch was the cause, I believe, of the caution.
So multiple spins at the same time.
Yeah, Bowden probably saw it and checked up, but Welch was, you know how you have a problem coming out of four, putting gas back down when you start greasing the tires a little bit here? That's what it looked like happened to him.
Yeah, it's hard to get that power down there. I thought that might have been what we were seeing there out of the 53 of the coach there.
Yeah, and it looks like Derek Welch having the same thing. He was actually able to collect it back, but I think it just snapped away from him there at the end, and gets a little tap to the outside wall, but not too much damage. That's even though, this track doesn't have that safer barrier. It's just a pure concrete wall on that outside. Most of the time, these people, when they're kind of spinning out, it gets locked down pretty quickly, and they don't hit any of these walls too hard.
Yeah, luckily at the short tracks, you know, you're not carrying near as much speed as you would be on a mile, like I say, a mile and a half or something like that. So, yeah, locking all four wheels up, you know, that will slow you down pretty quick from these slower speeds and prevent a little bit of guardrail love there.
And a little damage isn't going to hurt you here at all. I mean, aero damage, you throw the sheet metal off the rails. You don't need them. You don't need the panels. You just got to keep that engine 95% intact to keep yourself going. So Shouldn't be hurting Derek Welch at all or Bowden.
Josh Bitter's at a Christmas party tonight, so
Well,
he is joining us on YouTube saying, "Go Tim Pope."
Christmas is over. It happened like 3 days
Well, it
ago.
might be a company, like an all-inclusive company party with a holiday party or something.
Oh, the old holiday. The old holiday
I mean,
where they mix it all up.
There's still a day or two of Hanukkah left, I think. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, yeah, I get it, okay? I include everyone. I love everyone. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Everybody knows that. But if it's strictly a Christmas party, it just seems a little late. But the pace car's down.
Maybe they couldn't get a reservation on the night they wanted, so.
It's a possibility as we go back to green flag racing here. 15 of short, still out there in front, trying to hold off that 60 of Brian Neff. You got Daniel Baker going side by side with the 76 big ass fans machine of Jeff Ottinger right now. Same thing with the 90 trying to make his way around. Derek Welch, after that incident, trying to cut his way back up through this field as Adam Kilday is trying to make up some ground here, as well as Brian Neff goes to the outside of the 15 here, trying to get the pass done on the outside lane.
We're seeing side-by-side action back here as well.
They're starting to race.
With the 90 and the 19.
They're starting to race.
They're racing now.
They're not doing this single foul thing for too long. They're going to go after it here.
Dickerson side-by-side with the car doesn't have any number on it on my screen.
Ooh, crossing over there. The 15 and the 60 trading positions here. It looks like
90. 90 got turned.
90 in the wall. 19 in the wall. That wreck took forever to happen.
It was like slow motion. Yeah, it looked like slow motion. Oh, that was fun. 90 was sliding all over the track there. That was pretty cool.
He burned his stuff up, I think, trying to pass the 19 here the last few laps. And that right front, I think, just finally let go.
Yeah, 19 had nowhere to go. Yeah, he slid up. And he got collected again.
19 with heavy suspension damage on the right front. That wheel looks like a broken ball joint or something. That wheel's just kind of hanging loose in the fender there.
I think he had to tow the 19. Unfortunate.
Yeah, if you can't steer, you generally can't make it to the pits. Rather difficult.
Kind of a thing. You need to be able to have a steering wheel.
Derek Welch did get caught up in that as well there, Brown. He caught a little bump to the right side from the 90 as he was trying to get that thing under control.
Yeah, and thankfully it wasn't too much damage there, so we'll have to wait and see, but just gotta wait and see how some of this damage kind of works its way on out here through this field as we get to caution number, I believe this is 3, 4?
3? Yeah, I think it's 3. I think Derek Welch said it's only a flesh wound, so he should be okay.
What's that from?
You ever watch Monty Python?
No, I mean, yeah, in the 70s, man. I mean, God almighty. You're dating yourself.
All right, I went into the Wayback Machine that time to stuff that was made before I was born.
Oh, man. I don't even know how to retort that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw you for a loop.
I know. It didn't take much.
Let's get hydrated with some of this.
I haven't had enough to drink. I think it's the holidays.
Poppy
it is the last Friday of this year to drink. So
it's true.
You might as well just enjoy it. You can change your life and lifestyle next year. If you want to.
Or not, yeah.
Or keep going.
With whatever.
Yeah.
Lot of wear on these tires, guys, as they go back green.
Indeed, as we go back to green flag racing here, guys have, for the most part, yet to pit. 38 laps have been completed here. That 15 Vince Short still hanging on to that lead. Timothy Pope now up quite a few spots. A little bit of a bobble there on the backstretch And that's going to give the chance for the 5 of Coat to make his move down low and get a spot back here, try to get up onto that podium. But it looks like kind of riding that middle lane there is where Pope is finding a whole heck ton of speed.
Well, we got 3 cars out there that do have fresh tires, fresher tires, I should say. Slim Bowden picked some up at lap 26. Gilday and Baker just put some fresh ones on here at this last caution. So watch these guys to start moving up through the field. They are on the lead lap.
But they only have 5 total sets. I'm not good with math, so we'll have to figure out how that's going to work out at the end of this thing.
Man,
Do some number crunch.
That we will, as we kind of watching here. I've been watching the 13 of Chris Klein, and these guys are driving it pretty hard into the corner and then getting hard on the brake. And the 13 gonna go around and hit the inside pit wall there.
That's just such a common thing here at North Wilkesboro. In any car you drive, we see that, and we don't come here a lot in any of the series we broadcast, but it's very common coming out of 4 for that to happen. We've seen it here tonight already a couple times. So,
well, it looks like if you wanted to use up all your tires and space them out equally, 45 is your magic number. Come in at lap 45 and get tires, and we're almost there.
Glad you're good at math. Did you use the Googler?
I use a calculator.
Oh, I thought the Googler could do it. That thing can do anything.
I don't want it to know what I'm doing.
It already does. You're in the Matrix, bro.
Whoa,
Oh, there are a lot of people coming down making late decisions, didn't they?
Yeah, 73 kind of sideways there on his pit entry. Kind of made like you say, a late decision, I believe.
Indeed. So we'll watch these guys come on down there and hitting their pit boxes.
Curious to see if we're going to see the whole field come in, or if we're going to see the 53 and the 14 go ahead and stay out, and the 90.
I'm more interested in Brown's feelings on the orange. The orange is a delicious treat, Brown, but I am with you. Like getting all the stuff off of it is like a pain. It's like a chore.
It is like, really, I would think oranges would be the number 1 fruit. However, just the fact that you have to sit there and peel, and then you get stuff up under your nails. Not that it smells bad; it actually makes your hands smell pretty good. But then you're trying to, gotta get a file and get the crap out from under there, and there's a whole process to oranges.
Yeah, it's the inconvenience. If the guys
fruit.
What we need is the guys that made that virus in the laboratory over there in Wuhan, China. If they could just put their brains together, because apparently they got big brains.
Make a peel list.
Yes, thank you. No skin on an orange. Come on, guys. I'm sure they're listening over there. I know we have some people listen from the CIA. That's a proven fact.
Yeah, that's true. If the orange had the marketing team that the Apple did back in the day, when they used to say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, maybe the orange would be on top, but it simply isn't.
Well, we just need somebody like a big corporation like Pfizer to take on our cause.
Oh, they could
it'd
push
be done in no time.
in the doctor's office.
Just like they push everything else on us. So, Brown, I think you've come on, got a great idea here. Yeah. And I don't know how we got that far with it.
Vitamin C,
but they're great. And I'd also like to see something that an orange doesn't pair well with. It goes great with beer. It goes great with fish.
Yes.
It goes.
Yes.
Oh man, it's perfect.
I'd make a screwdriver right now if I had the supplies.
Ooh, screwdriver?
Sure.
I don't know if I can handle that right now.
The great thing about an orange is you can squeeze its juice and add a little vodka, and you got a tasty treat.
That's true.
Pace cars down.
That indeed. So this time we're going to have the 60 of Brian Neff getting things started with Timothy Pope on the outside. Pope getting a great launch here as he tries to take control of this race, but not quite ready yet. There to go is that 60 of Neff. He's going to stay side by side here battling with Pope. 2 by 2 they go into turns 3 and 4. Looks like the 60 of Neff will hold on to that spot. Pope
3 wide.
dropping back as we got 3 wide going on with the 5, the 90, and the 69. Ooh, boys, it's not a narrow track, but it ain't wide as they still go 3 wide. They've been 3 wide here for almost half a lap, and it looks like finally the 5 kind of backing out of it there a little bit as the 90 gets around that 69. The 5 and the 1 go side by side.
They made
Daniel
it through
Baker.
one set of turns. Didn't want to try it again.
Yeah, Daniel Baker shake and bake with the Sonic Hedgehog machine. He was just on rails in between everybody. That was a good run right there.
And here comes the 15, a short as the 53, loses it behind him. James Bowden having issues coming off of turn number 4 again.
Now, did he
Same
have help
spot
on?
there.
Did he have help on that one, or was that on him?
I believe that was a self spin. Let me look.
It was. It was, and that's how it goes here. It happens. You get real confident in your car, and you hit it. You hit coming out of 4 several times. You feel comfortable, and then it just spins on you again.
And that was a hard impact too. He's got some tire damage, but more importantly, he's got engine damage out there spraying for those mosquitoes.
He sure is. He's got a meatball flag, so he's going to have to come in, get that service. There's 2 fast repairs tonight, so
this might be his second one, guys. As we see some guys coming down the pit lane now, this might be fuel only stops here we're going to see.
Yeah, so Neff and Pope didn't come down last time. Then Short did, so I got a feeling Short might be just doing that splash and go here. Yep, Short was just splash and go, topping up on that fuel, trying to make a long run at it here as we're about 50 plus laps into this race. So Daniel Baker in that Sonic the Hedgehog machine, he's going to get control of this thing right now.
That's crazy how
Probably
many
the oldest.
people we've seen moving up and down the field. Go ahead, English.
I was just going to say, Daniel Baker, you got to watch him on the restart. He has the oldest tires in the field right now, pitted back on lap 34. So 20 lap old tires. He's going to have a few yellows on there as well. But watch him on the restart. I think Larry Dickerson and Derek Welch, Nicholas Coate, these guys are going to take advantage of their fresher tires. And Daniel Baker's about to have his hands full with Sonic the Hedgehog on the hood.
That's not going to be a good feeling. And I'm pretty sure he knows by looking at the instruments that he has in front of him. There's a lot of cool toys in the cockpit of these cars where you can kind of see the relative box and all the stuff if people aren't familiar with iRacing. So he knows he's in for a little bit of a fight right here. We'll see how he handles it. I don't like driving through my rear view. I don't know about you guys, but this seems like this track, that's what you do a lot.
I think we should give the orange its own catchphrase. Like, just call it the Amazing Orange or something like that,
I thought they already called it that. Is that are you just copying what they already call it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well, I'll have to do some Googling. I mean, let's I'll sign a petition. What do you need me to do?
I think what killed a lot of the oranges, public public image was that remember that thing on the internet called the annoying orange? You ever watch that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with a mouth on it.
Yes, the mouth and the eyes and the laughing and the strange weirdness. The creepy orange.
That was terrible. That was probably the apples and the bananas trying to gang up.
That's what happened.
Terrible. Awful. Here we go, Brown.
There we go, indeed. Pace car coming on down into pit road as the 90 gets a good start here. The 69 a little sluggish on getting that power down. He's going to lose a few spots here as Derek Welch works his way on the outside. 73, Josh Kelleher does so as well. Got a big pile up here as the 69 running really slow here. The 15 now side by side with that 73, trying to find that third place spot and continue his charge back up
76.
through this field, as the 76 has a little bit of an issue here. Same thing with the 53, who just got damage fixed. Flag is still green, so these guys kind of got to get up and running before the leaders get their way back around.
No, they're going to get lapped real quick.
I think the 69 in Dickerson, he was either in the wrong gear or spun his tires or something on the restart. He was really slow getting going. So one of those two things, I believe, happened. That's the reason we have that stack up there.
Man, there's so much action at the short track, you know? There's just stuff happening all over. It's hard to keep up. A lot of bumping and grinding, as the kids say, you know?
Bumping and grinding, yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind, as the one of Derek Welsh takes the lead away from the 90. He's Daniel Baker now trying to fight with the 15. Vince Short side by side going back down and across the line here. Lap 61 underway, as he's trying to hold on to that second place spot. 15 a Short, though, on very much fresher tires, but as well he's got a very full tank of fuel here as they continue to battle side by side.
60 and the 73 side by side back here. Tim Pope looking on the inside of the 5 there, that Ragu machine.
90 up into the
90
wall.
in the wall.
Yeah.
We both saw it at the same time there.
Right door romance. 90's been getting it all night there. He survived it somehow. There's some more. Looks like Winn-Dixie was around.
Oh, that's Brian Neff in that Winn-Dixie car.
Keep rolling it.
We're still green. iRace is kind of picky on what they throw the yellow for and what they don't.
Hard to tell what that brain is thinking up in Boston.
Yeah, that indeed. The 5 now looking down low on the 73 side by side.
See if he can get the run off to complete the pass. It doesn't look like he's going to get there. He's got him now, though.
Oh, squeezing it in tight. Not a lot of room there, but the 73 able to survive between the 5 and the 728 of Coate and Pope, as Pope now makes his move down low. Looks like the 13 of Chris Klein. He's going to try to follow suit and follow these guys on around.
It's a Josh Kelleher sandwich out there over and over. He's tired of being the meat.
Ooh, spins the tires a little bit, and that's going to check up the 13 just a little bit. Not able to quite get the pass done there coming out of turn number 4, so he's trying to reset everything back up here. And he's going to just drop back in the line for a second here, get the momentum back, and reform his attack.
Pope extremely loose coming out of turn 2 that last lap. He is having some issues, but he's able to hang on to it. He's got some quick hands.
Well, he's working harder than the real Mrs. Poindexter out there, it looks like right now. Adam Strom says, hello, fellas. Happy New Year. We missed it, Stromer. He must be out on the ice right now. So
sure.
He's in the ice castle ice fishing.
He might be. Telling us Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, buddy.
Man, Bots has been giving me a couple days off in a row. I might have to get me a cheap flight and head on out there and do some ice fishing with him.
There you go.
If you try that, Southwest is canceling flights left and right. So
they're back to normal now, so I'm told.
Oh, their computer got wiped somehow. Some kind of something.
CYA action. It sounds like to me.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Oh, I would have gone the super cheap Spirit Air. Just bring a backpack and good to go.
That's all you need. They got a yellow plane. I mean, no frills. Just get on the plane.
High vis paint. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Looks like Daniel Baker been in the pits for quite a while now, as racing action continues to boil on here. Lap 71 out of 180. 69 of Dickerson. Now back up into third, made his way around that 5 of Nick Coate. He's trying to hold him off here again, as the 728 of Timothy Pope starting to claw his way back up through this field. The 14 of Adam Kilday trying to get around the 13 of Chris Klein here.
Well, we kind of went from a boil, Brown, to a slow simmer here after the separation that we're starting to get between these cars after the pit stops and after they spaced out after the restart here. But these guys are going to be screaming for tires once again here in about 20 laps or so. Less than that, even 15 laps.
Yeah, you got to remember, Alan, that the best way to cook chili, you don't want to run it hot. Run it low and slow, and that's how you get all the heat coming up out of it. And I think that's what we might see here later on in this race, all that extra spice coming on out.
Yeah, same thing with whiskey. You run it too fast, you make it angry.
Yeah, don't make it angry. Put a lid on it too. Get all that seasoning to just stay inside there. That's what Emerald says. Bam.
Oh Lord.
Well, Emerald was good back in the day. I mean, come on. He had his place.
He was the first of his kind, yeah.
It wasn't bad. Well, Justin Wilson was pretty good too. Oh, Pope is having issues. Pope is having a problem, man.
Oh, look at him save it, though.
He did.
He's done that so many times.
He used to wall to save it early on in that, I'd call it glide. He was gliding on those tires.
That half-mile wreck that he was involved in there. Slow speed, half-mile crash with himself.
Right.
It's definitely been running the wheels off of it here, trying to get around the 5. He's now got to get around the lap traffic of 76. Jeff Ottinger here is the 90 coming back out of the pits now.
Jeff Ottinger moving up the track, letting Pope go by.
It was nice.
Gentleman move there to another gentleman.
But it's looking like it's pretty hard to pass. I don't remember racing much. But track's wide enough. It's just the turn radius is very tight, so it makes it a little difficult to pass, I'm guessing.
Well, there's not a ton of banking here, so you almost want to kind of liken it to a South Boston or something like that, but South Boston's got a lot more banking than this track here. South Boston's kind of wide and high bank and real short, but this track a little bit different, a little bit flatter.
Is that where the Southies are, Brown? You got to fill me in on these Southies.
No, I think South Boston's like Virginia or Carolinas or something.
Yeah,
like
Virginia or North Carolina, yeah.
That's ridiculous. But what about the real Southies in Boston? Is that a thing?
Oh, that's a thing.
I think you're thinking of the Newsies.
No, the Southies. Do you see that movie? They robbed a bunch of banks, the Southies. It's a good movie, actually. Probably one of the last ones I ever watched. The Town, is that the name of it?
What, like Whitey Bulger and all that? Is that what you're talking about?
I think it was based off of some of that. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, that Black Mass is what Bulger was.
Oh, well, you know the one with all the...
The Departed. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, The Departed. Yeah, The Departed.
That was kind of based on Whitey Bulger.
Yeah, I think it was.
Jack Nicholson, yeah.
Anyway.
Very cool movie.
The Southies, they always make me nervous, People from Boston kind of scare me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But that's a whole other problem.
Bill Burr's a comedian. He's supposed to be funny. He still scares me a little bit. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
He is hilarious. But
he is funny.
Yeah, he's got that swagger, that there's a Texas swagger.
He's got that confidence.
There's like a Boston swagger,
Got that, go screw yourself confidence,
Yeah.
As Pope works his way around Larry Dickerson in that 69 to hang on to the third spot. 5 of Nick Cote goes around. Oh, and that's going to bring out the yellow. Just as the 60 and the 73 were having a great battle side by side.
He was back rolling. He was down low. He wasn't in the racing line. And iRacing still threw caution there. That's kind of iffy to me. I've seen much worse wrecks that iRacing didn't throw a caution for. But, hey, it's a computer.
He was down low?
He was. Yeah, he was down low.
Man, I didn't see that. I'm going to have to rewatch.
All right, well,
but that's iRacing. It happens, right?
That we are, as we're coming up on the halfway point of this race here, fellas, and I got to imagine people are going to come on down, and that is what we're seeing. Derek Welsh, Vince Short, Tim Pope, Larry Dickerson, Chris Klein. I think everybody's coming on down here.
They're saying it's close enough to halfway. We're going to burn a set of tires here.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I think we're having a pretty good race. So you've had, 4 or 5 cautions, but the caution laps go quick here. It's not like Daytona where we're just... It's entertaining is what I'm saying. We can have a few cautions and still be entertained watching races here.
Yeah, and what makes it interesting as well is not everybody's doing the same thing out here. We're seeing guys, operate a little different as far as strategy goes, and we're seeing guys that are traditionally dominant at mile and a halves and technical tracks. We see Tim Pope just kind of dominate week in, week out in different leagues that we do, and he's struggling out there tonight, having a rough one. Derek Welch running very well out there tonight, solid top 3 all night, and of course Vince Short out there racing his back end off, but. Yeah, it's kind of shook up a little bit out there tonight. This race has them shook. Is that how you say that? Is that what the kids are saying?
Man, I don't know.
I think so.
This track has them shook. I think that's the proper syntax.
I don't know if you know the syntax on anything. I mean, you're from Louisiana. Y'all do everything backwards. Everybody I know from Louisiana, I'll see you Wednesday or Tuesday.
Oh yeah,
no, it's Tuesday or Wednesday.
It's either $5 or $4. Yeah,
exactly. It'd say everything backwards down there.
That's down in Washington, Louisiana. You ever been down there around that area? That's how they talk down there.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure I have. Man,
yeah, we are gonna get. I rode in. A few people getting waved around here, and it looks like 76 of Ottinger will get his lap back, so he will be on the lead lap.
Stopped in a gas station in Washington, Louisiana, and me and a couple of buddies walked in. We were down there for a charity event, and the guy behind the counter said, "What y'all doing down this way?" And we told us, we're doing a charity thing. He says, "Well, can I take your picture and post it and tell everybody that you're protesting the elections?" I'm like, "No." Green flags in the air, boys.
That indeed is a 15. Vince Short finds himself up at the front once again. The one of Derek Welch sliding into that second spot. Timothy Pope trying to fight his way and gets third back under control. The 69 at Dickerson, he's got some hungry drivers. The 5 trying to loop his way around him here, as the 13 gives him a little bump from behind. So big battles going on inside of this top 5.
Nicky Short joining us on YouTube, pulling for Vincent out there, saying, "Looking good, Short."
Man, so you were involved in the protest for the election. You didn't even know.
This was years ago. I didn't even know what election he was talking about. I'm pretty sure it was not an election year.
Well, it was probably something local, I'd imagine, in Louisiana.
Well, we got some thumbs up out there on the video tonight. Thank y'all so much for participating tonight. We got some viewers still on with us. Thank y'all so much for holding on for this short track action we're bringing y'all tonight. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you hadn't already. We're picking up new subscribers just about every race, so we sure appreciate all you guys doing the liking and sharing and all that stuff out there. It's really helping these leagues out, helping them reach new audience out there in YouTube. YouTube's huge, so lots of viewers out there looking for some good racing. This 5 Ragu machine spun out. Yellow is out. We're seeing that's the same spot he did it last time. I think.
That's the Tony the Tiger machine, my screen.
Oh, sorry. My trading paints, I don't know if it updated or not. The 5 machine
coat.
There you go. Yeah, he's showing up as the Ragu car on my screen.
What's he showing? Oh, he's showing up as Tony the Tiger on our.
Gary Labonte, yeah. Yep, I see it over there. Or even Bush, Kyle Bush's first paint scheme, I believe. What happened with him? He just self-spun.
Yeah, I think just that turn number 4, man, getting on that throttle. It's easy to get amped up trying to put that power down, but I mean, you just got to be so careful while doing so.
He got on the brakes just in time, though, I think, to lessen the blow on that inside wall. So many guys, they'll try to save it, and they won't slam on the brakes immediately. So they'll carry a lot more speed when they smack that inside wall, and it'll cause a lot of suspension damage and engine damage. 19 getting on the radio telling everybody to get out of the way. He's trying to pass everybody on the outside. Lucky Dog crying out for help there.
Well, I'm crying out for help for trackdogsracing.com. Look, go on there, buy you a shirt, and I'll buy another shirt because you should buy one that says AAA Broadcasting on it. They got all the colors. We got a cool logo. Brown developed our logo because he's the genius of the group. But you could also get other stuff on there from other teams. I like that Track Dogs Racing polo. That's pretty sweet. The Gnome Thumbs Racing jerseys. Albert Anderson, America's driver. If y'all don't know him, y'all should get his shirt. Check it out. TrackDogsRacing.com.
Oh, we got a shirt now, huh?
Yeah, we got a shirt. We were big
Jeez.
time. You didn't know that?
I can't wait to get I'm gonna get a hat, man.
I'd say
Oh,
that's
man.
in progress. I gotta update the logo a little bit to make sure everything fits just right.
Oh, roger that.
I'm about to order a shirt. Everybody should order a AAA Broadcasting shirt. I'm going to say this until we have everybody that watches has one.
I have an NTRL shirt, and
I got
that's
one of those. Those are
comfortable
cool.
shirts, man.
It came from TrackTalksRacing.com.
It did, exactly.
Check
Quality
them out.
materials.
Yeah, it's a local. It's
Comfortable
a small
t-shirts.
business too, and
Yep, that's right.
yeah,
One of
that's
our
the
league
best part.
drivers runs it.
Yeah, so check that out.
He's
But
currently at a
what
Christmas party.
I mean, yeah, if you order something for yourself from Numb Thumbs, make sure you just throw in another shirt for good measure. AAA Broadcasting. Spread the word.
For laundry day.
What do you mean?
Well, if you want to wear one, and the one
Oh,
you
yeah,
have is
you
dirty,
switch.
you know, you hadn't had
Yeah.
laundry day yet.
Yeah,
Wear the other one.
I agree.
Changing your oil, you need something to wipe your hands on. That's a third shirt. You know,
No,
just
use
buy
a
some.
rag. Use a rag. Don't use a shirt.
Well, either
There
way,
we go,
get
Brown.
back up and running here. A 15 is short, getting a great jump on that start, popping way out in front of DW, as well as Tim Pope still fighting with that 69 of Larry Dickerson. The 60 of Brian Neff putting the pressure on here as we go 2 by 2 here for a couple rows between Pope and Dickerson, as well as the 13 and the 60. Everybody fighting for every spot that they can here as we're in the second half, final 80 laps of this race here tonight. Almost the 13 able to get it back under control as he was drifting up into the 60 there.
I was riding along with the 69 earlier. This is one of those guys, it wouldn't surprise me if he races in real life because he can kind of see where a gap is going to happen, and he starts steering towards it before it's even completely open yet, and he hits it. I mean, he's definitely got that vision, able to see when stuff's about to happen and anticipate and start his move early.
The natural ability.
He's got something. Looks like he's fighting with the 60 now. Is the 60 looking inside? 60 of Neff pressing the issue here. Want to keep that nose inside that quarter panel. Keep that spotter barking in the 69's ear, letting him know he's there. 69 kind of closed the door on him that time.
And the 60 having to check up as he was losing the back end just a little bit there, but he's right back to it. And
Yeah.
man, this track just a game of runs. You got to time them just right. And that's kind of what the 60's trying to do as he does get down underneath him here. Is he going to be able to fight and get past, or is the 69 not going to give up so easily? Let's see. It looks like the 69 not quite going to get the run there. Middle of the corner and loses the spot to the 60 of Neff.
That was a great battle there. And now the 69's got to watch. He's going to have to watch his opening there with the 14, trying to do the same thing. Let's see if he slams the door on him like he did the 60. Yep, taking that low line, not giving the 14 room to get underneath. That's going to hurt his run coming off the turn. In fact, it looks like he had a little wall contact there. Staying low, keeping the door closed, though, that's going to put a little bit of tire wear on that right front as you're putting a lot more wheel into it.
Yeah, but this race is whizzing by pretty good. We're already on lap, what, 107?
108.
108. And, everybody's twisting and turning a little bit. I guess the tire wear is starting to affect them again. Yahtzee.
Indeed, the one of DW out in front, 728, Timothy Pope in second, 15 of Vince Short falling back to third, trying to fight his way back around the 728 here. And as Tim Pope trying to pick up a win and get some very much needed points here as the enter the later stages of this season. The 15 goes up underneath him here, getting him out of position. But I think Pope really enjoys running that middle to outside lane, getting that car just a little bit loose, because they always say, you know, a loose race car is a fast race car.
Yeah, you just get that nose pointed in the right direction just a little bit quicker. You just can't overdo it. It's so easy to get that rear end too far out there. And there is a point of no return, as we've seen tonight, especially coming out of 4. We've seen it a lot. Once it gets past a certain point, you might as well just lock them brakes down, because you're not going to save it. And I love this racing tonight. It's actually been a lot better than I thought. I think it's probably due to the slightly lower car count we're seeing tonight. As we watch the 69 and the 13 battling it out, trying to keep that door closed. Larry Dickerson doing everything he can, trying to keep this door closed on Chris Klein. That City Chevrolet Days of Thunder paint scheme there. Whoa, Chris Klein a little bit loose there coming off.
Still doing a good job though, holding off that 14 at Kilday as they continue to road around here. Vince Short does get around the 728 of Pope, and now they're gonna have some work to do. That's one of the fun things here at these tracks where you know, oh, Daniel Baker having a bit of an issue, and tried to get off the track but not in at time, and that's going to bring out the yellow flag here. Go ahead and take a look back and see, and I got a feeling it's the infamous turn number 4. And it is. Back end just goes around on him here and snags that inside wall. Tries to does he try to get out of it? I think he just tried to tow in time and didn't quite make it.
The track temp just brutal out there, 121 degrees still, as we're seeing some pit stops happening right now with our leaders.
Hey, got Short, Welch, Neff, Klein, Coate, Kelleher, Larson, and Pope all coming on down and in, but Dickerson, Kilday, Ottinger, and Bowden staying on out.
Some fuel only stops here. Welch, Short, Coate, fuel only. Getting back out there, save some track position. Not ready for tires just yet, they said. 14 to 76 coming on down. Dickerson will inherit the lead here. We'll see for how long. Last pitted on lap 85. 30 lap older tires than Welch and Short and Coate. Slim Bowden's out there with him too. Similar set. Lap 87 tires. We'll see what the front two do here. The front row on much, much older tires. Not usually a formula for an exciting... Well, I won't say it ain't going to be exciting. It may be a frustrating restart for some of these guys in behind here. As the rest of the field with newer tires here. Well, that's not true. They took fuel only here, these other guys.
That they did.
I had to check myself there. Sorry about that. Sometimes I read this live timing wrong, and I sure did it again. About that, I'm trying to be a professional here.
Just do or do not. There is no track.
Yeah. Thanks, Yoda.
All right, welcome, buddy. As we get stacked back up here behind the pace car, you can see people trying to warm up those tires as best as they can as we get ready to head back to green flag racing in the final stages of this race.
All right.
we're about to have another exciting restart here. Hopefully, everybody finds the right gear and is able to take off. These front two cars, I'm watching them close.
Indeed, the 69 and the 53 start things off side by side as the 60 gets breaking loose, able to wrangle that thing back under control. He was one of the only ones here that took tires on that last pit stop. Everyone else taking fuel as the 69 and the 53 stay side by side. The 15 trying to move around on the outside. 3 wide here. Little bit of contact between the 15 and the 1. Short down into the wall, bringing out the yellow flag.
Well, the fans out there are not going to be happy about that one.
That was almost the big one there. I don't know how we didn't have more cars involved. That was pretty rough.
Not a lot of damage on 15 events short.
Well, that's the best part about crashing here. You can survive them.
Him and the 1 just try to occupy the same space there, I think.
Yeah, just a little bit. It was tight. It was basically 3 wide through there. And we were saying this track is pretty wide, but it ain't that wide. And trying to run 3 wide is very difficult to do. And unfortunately, I think that's what reared its head here for the time being. But talk about good luck here for the 60 of Neff, able to leapfrog past some of those people after having a poor restart there, spinning those tires trying to put the power down.
Yeah, a common theme tonight with the trying to get that car to stick coming out of 4 and try to keep some of your momentum. A rhythm track like this, you get used to trying to carry as much momentum as you can where you can. But trying to get that power back down, it's just so difficult coming out of 4 with hot track.
Well, Valiant, I'd like you to hear this if you're out there. One of our friends that kind of went missing. Please come back.
Grid, I believe.
This is really like shooting dice in Waco. I'm not kidding you. We're getting to the nitty gritty right here, where somebody's going to get angry, somebody's going to roll snake eyes, and somebody's going to pull out a 22 Derringer and shoot somebody in the face. Metaphorically, of course.
I hope we don't see that here.
Well, metaphorically, it's iRacing.
I've seen you shoot dice in Choctaw and do actually pretty well.
I roll snake eyes quite often, but I don't shoot people that disagree with me.
That's true. Yes.
But it's going to be a fun battle here at the end. Is basically what I'm getting at.
Because you're gonna get caught one of these days, Turner, with those loaded dice.
No. These weren't loaded. They were on a machine. I think it was loaded in the house's favor.
Yeah.
I didn't get to roll any physical dice. It was a computer generated now. And you hit the button and then a big giant dice roll on this mat. Have you ever seen that before?
Under the dome. Yeah, they got like a dome thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like Boggle.
Yeah, it's bubble crabs.
Yes.
Bubble crabs.
Yeah, but it's like bubble crabs. You're right.
That's it. Yeah. Bubble crabs means something else if you frequent Taco Bell.
It's still, but the bubble crabs are still fun to play, and
sure,
you don't really have to interact with too many people. So I don't like people.
That's the great thing. Yeah,
I can sit at my chair with my cold drink next to English, and we'll just conversate ourselves.
We killed some Bloody Marys that one morning.
Yeah, we sure did.
It looks like we're going green this time around. Lights are off on the pace car.
And that we do as we're approaching the final 50 laps of this race here. Dickerson and Bowden getting things started off once again up at the front. The 60 and the 1 going to start side by side. 5 in the 728. Followed by the 14 and the 73 as the pace car makes its way on down into pit road. Here we go, up and running once again. Green flag racing here from North Wilkesboro as the 69 gets a pretty good restart, but the 53 not going away without a fight. He's going to stay side by side here with the 60 of Brian Neff as they fight their way down through turns 3 and 4. The 5 of Nick Coate trying to shove his nose up in there as well as they go side by side, back down and across the line. Everybody fighting, everybody bumping, everybody trying to get up this leaderboard here. Is 728 of Timothy Pope as the 53 gets stuck up into the wall. Ooh, little bit of contact there with the 14. Able to avoid calamity, though, as the 53 goes for a little bit of a wall ride up there.
Slim still on the lead lap. He's had some problems out there tonight. with a loose condition. Now it looks like it's affecting him a little bit in the opposite direction as he's tight and slinging it up into that outside wall. Oh, the 5 sent around by Pope.
Wow.
Collected as the 1. The 13 able to get checked up just in time. Yeah, some wrecked metal right there at the start-finish line.
Yeah, Pope, I guess, just got into the back of the 5, and he's apologizing.
728, not usually.
I've never seen any of them
cause
do
many
any.
accidents out there, but
Rarely, if
yeah,
ever.
he just said that. What did he say on the? I heard him apologize. I don't know if he said that he didn't know they were there, or if he didn't know how fast he was going.
Yeah, exactly. I think he didn't realize how slow the guy in front of him was going. Nicholas, I think that's Coat in the 5.
Yeah, the 5.
That he just hit. Yeah, that's small. It's short track racing. That's
Yep,
going to happen out here.
Yeah, where quarter panels just don't line on up, and someone ends up paying the price, and that's kind of what happened there. So 53 coming on down, kind of expected him to. Same thing with the 728 and the 5 all coming on down into pit road to get some of that damage all fixed. The 60 Brian Neff is now going to control this race up at the front. The 13 Chris Klein been, I don't want to say quiet, because we've pretty much seen everybody do moves all around here tonight, but he's definitely one of those ones to maybe watch here as this race has come to the end. He's been pretty patient where he puts that car.
Yeah, well, I watched it there on the Country Through the Ages action replay. What about that site? I love Country Through the Ages. That's kind of up my my alley. It's up your alley too, isn't it, English? You like that?
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Country
Yeah.
music.
And so does Cooker. Cooker runs that site. If y'all don't know him, I think he runs the Wreckfest League over there at Numb Thumbs Gaming, but he's into a little bit of everything, and he does one heck of a job on that site. He's just as passionate about classic country music as we are. You'll learn all kinds of stuff reading the articles he puts out. Here we go again. Green flag in the air. 60 has one heck of a restart here as he pulls way out in front of Derek Welch.
Yeah, it looked like DW was being a little tentative, trying to get that power down, making sure not to kind of spin those tires and make a whole calamity of it up here at the front, as the 15 sticks up behind him here. The 13 of Chris Klein falls into line, as well as the 14 and the 73. It looks like they might go side by side. No, they're going to hold off on that battle here for just a second. 76 Jeff Ottinger staying on this lead lap as well here, trying to come up onto the back of the 53 of James Bowden and make up some moves here and crawl his way back up this leaderboard. It's the 69 of Dickerson. It's getting attacked again by the 5, but it looks like we're almost going 3 wide. Yes, we are. 14 slow in the middle here, being like a bowling ball, splitting those pins down the lane as the 69 takes the spot away from Josh Kelleher. A 2-for-1 special from the 69.
He saw that he had just enough room, and he just slid it up through there. Little slide job action from the 69. Well, I was able to get the link posted for tonight's race on the Facebook page. So if you want to watch it again, folks, you're watching now and say you closed the window accidentally or something, you can click that link on the Facebook page. It'll take you right back into the stream before YouTube publishes the link tomorrow. Big wreck.
Yeah, Vince Short with heavy damage ends up getting, he was trying to make his way down towards pit road, but he's lost his left front. Tim Pope involved. Same thing with Jeff Ottinger.
Wow. Pope hit that curb trying to get back around. Pope's having a string of bad luck here. That was definitely not his fault what happened, but
was that Jeff Ottinger? Didn't have anywhere to go, just plowed the back of the 15.
Yeah, and the Arca plowed
man.
too. Like that Arca, you know how the back end sets so high?
Oh yeah, they're shaped like a doorstop too. I mean, he just wedged him.
Yep, sure did.
So the real question though is, how did I gotta go searching for where Vince Short got that damage from here. I think I found it. Let's see what happens here. He was racing hard. Oh, gets loose coming off of turn number 4 and hits the inside pit wall, which we've seen a couple times already. Not necessarily the most damaging thing to the engine, but man, that is absolutely tore up that driver's side front suspension, and that's kind of what led to the calamity happening towards the rear end of things.
Did you see Pope trying to get it spun around, and he hit the curb, and it sent the car up in the air?
Yeah, I did see that. That was
My
wild.
goodness.
That curb is like your curb at your, at your local neighborhood. That thing is so big.
It's tall.
It's definitely not something you'd want at a racetrack.
Man, you ain't kidding. Well, he kind of used it. Otherwise, I think he would have over-rotated it just a little bit, so it kind of stopped his rotation there.
Wonder if that curb's going to be there when they start racing here again.
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
you already know they're probably replacing it with something that's a little flatter and not as...
I'll probably take the grass out and just pave it.
Which is
They've done that at so many tracks.
Well,
taking the grass out.
We'll have to ask Dale Jr. He's the guy that's kind of helped this whole thing come together.
I lost his number again.
Well, he calls me usually every third Thursday every 5th year. Yeah, I talk to him every once in a while.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Never.
The third Thursday of every 5th year?
Yeah, that means I never talk to him.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. But I'd like to. He seems like a nice fella.
Sure.
He's done a lot for iRacing and NASCAR and these old tracks and stuff.
Looks like all right guy.
I mean, I guess. I mean, he's... Sure he is. Probably watches our races.
I mean, there's a possibility. I'm not gonna...
Yeah, I mean, it's a chance, right? You're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
That's it. But iRacing is super cool. The best racing simulation, I think, that's out there, especially for the NASCAR platform.
Sure, and it's not just NASCAR. It's very, very all around. I mean, the only thing they don't have is drag racing. They got just about every other thing.
Yeah, they do.
That they do, and thankfully we don't broadcast any IndyCar series.
Oh man, those things are crazy.
Oh no, it's starting starting on Sunday. Can't do it anymore. As the 60 of Brian Neff gets things restarted off here. Green flag racing we go as the 69 and 13 go side by side. I think we're going to have to start looking at fuel strategy here for these people that pitted on lap 15 a little bit as we're closing in on the final 35 laps of this race. Still side by side action, almost 3 wide going on between the 1 and the 15. Things up at the front starting to kind of figure itself on out. The 5 tucks back into line behind the 69 as the 19 and the 14 go side by side. Now the 1 side by side trying to slide his way on up here.
Yeah, he had to check up before he hit the back end of the 14. I think Derek Welch was surprised at the lift and braking point there of the 14. As the 14 goes side by side, a little bit of door slamming with him in the 19.
Hey, that ain't right side romance. That was some left side romance going on there. Between the 14 and the 19, but they keep things up on the straight and narrow and continue to race on, and the battle continues to wage on here. Looks like the 14, though, able to hang on to that spot. The 1 trying to work his way around the outside of the 19 here as well. Catching up to the 14 and having to check up. He had a big run coming up there on that outside lane. Now the 15 of Vince Short trying to do the same thing, getting around the 19.
Yeah, Kilday shut the door on Derek. Derek coming back onto the inside lane here. Trying to make the pass here. He's not going to be able to clear him on this stretch. He's still maintaining his position, though. He's going to send it right here and maybe slide up in front of him. Yep, and he makes it happen. Good pass by Derek Welch in the 1.
Derek Welch moving up this leaderboard here. Once again, the 15 still side by side here with the 19 as the battle waged on in front of him here, trying to pick up this spot, but the 19 getting a great drive coming off the corner. Not quite that time. I think he had to get out of it just a little bit as the back end was starting to slip out from underneath him, as the 14 now gets a kind of force up out to the outside as the 15 noses his way on in.
Yeah, the 14 that got a little slippery there. Adam Kilday as he came out of 4. Oh, the one's around. It looks like, is that the one?
That it was. He was having a battle with the 5 here, and we'll just have to go back and kind of see what happened. Hey, coming off of turn number 4, trying to get the run coming off of the corner, and those rear tires just breaking loose. Sends that one machine on down for a wild ride.
So many self spins out here in the same exact spot. There's got to be a sponsor out there somewhere that can put an ad right there where those guys are hitting halfway down the front stretch.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Put the camera's going to be on it all night long.
I'll call boss and headquarters there, and we'll put a AAA broadcasting logo right there.
That's what
and then they smash into it, and then everybody will see it. So, but you're right; they hit almost the exact same spot. It seems like coming out of 4.
You put some extra rebar in that piece of wall when they rebuild that time.
It's called
Lucky
marketing.
Dog coming around is Tim Pope getting his lap back here.
Well, he ain't playing around coming around either. Good job on marketing, English. We'll have a
let's have a meeting about the meeting to discuss it, and then we'll schedule.
Yeah, we'll schedule that on a third Thursday, and every 5th year. Well, we're getting close into this thing. Brown, what do you think?
I think we're going to be... this is going to be tough.
Last caution?
No.
Okay.
No, not last caution.
We don't want to talk crazy. We don't want to talk crazy just yet. I think you're right. I think we're going to see a little bit more anger, maybe hatred coming out here as we end this thing.
That's a possibility as we continue to pace around here, getting ready to go back to green flag racing with the final 3 laps left remaining in this race here tonight.
Well, it's been entertaining. Let's see. Pope got his lap back. What do you think about his chances here? Guess he'll be sitting 12th. I just like the way he saves his tires and drives, but he doesn't have much time to make up all that ground there.
As lights on the pace car go off, it's race against time as it looks like Daniel Baker of the Sonic Machine calling it a night here tonight and putting it back up on the hauler to get on out of here as the 60 and the 13 get things started off side by side here. Once again, the 15 of Vince Short. It's going to be side by side with the 69 Larry Dickerson as here we go back up and running the 60 with a great restart there. The 13 again being maybe a little cautious on the restart here, not to spin those tires. It takes a second to get up to speed, but there he is trying to make a pass on the outside of the 60 here, racing, battling for this lead as the 15 goes around, or tries to go around, I should say, the 69 on the outside. 60 able to hang on to that spot as the 69 still battling with the 15 of Vince Short here. He's riding the middle lane with Short up underneath him here, and it looks like he's going to be able to hold on for the time being.
Good battles all over the place. Real close. Everybody's kind of, it almost seems like they're going to bump into each other every corner. Like the 5 and the 19 right now are kind of getting after one another right ahead of them. Same scenario with a Vince Short and Larry Dickerson. Oh, Pope's turn. He saved it. Wow. Good save by Timothy Pope as he's trying to charge through the field.
Yeah, he is trying to pick up all those spots and get all those points as the 69 and the 15 stay side by side here. A couple corners ago, they had an issue. It looked like the 13 had a little bit of an issue coming off of the corner and kind of check things back up. But the 69, he's doing a good job running that kind of middle line, making sure that the 15's not able to extend out of the corner here, Alan. And he's able to kind of keep that spot by putting his car in the right spot.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. He just kind of got that intuition, knowing where the runs are coming from, where they're going, and what's happening out there on the fly. Here comes the one trying to make his way back up through here. Got a little loose, and so did Pope behind him as kind of a reaction to it.
They're driving it like they stole it, both of them.
As we got side by side here with the 73 Kelleher and the 14 of Kilday. That battle is going to be waging on here for a good minute, but Nick Coate now, he kind of saw what the 69 of Dickerson was doing on preventing that 15 from being able to extend out of these corners, and he's doing the exact same thing right now, trying to work his way around the 15 on the outside, and it is definitely working for him here, and it looks like he will get the pass done.
Cole Larson getting past, double pass. Having a tough time hanging on that thing, but he did.
Ooh, it's the 73 goes around.
Oh. Yellow is out. 14 of Kilday involved in that as well.
He's apologizing out there. I guess he hit Kilday hit Keller.
Yeah, just got that rear bumper up underneath them there as they were coming through turns 3 and 4, and made, like you said, it's just like a door wedge there, getting up underneath that high back end, and very easy for that 73 machine to get spun on around.
And the reason that happens, that wedge of a front end gets up underneath the car in front of them, and it lifts the tires off the ground. We saw that earlier with the car that got into the back of Short, just lifted the back end of the car up. And if your tires aren't touching the ground, people, you don't have any grip.
But there's also one other thing that you talk about sometimes, English. We had, I think it was Kilday, he actually apologized, but we heard no response.
Oh,
Does that mean somebody's still angry?
Well, that's typical short track, right? In the heat of the moment, these guys are definitely not happy when stuff like that happens out there on the track. The 14 did make sure and tell, hey, man, that was not intentional. I did not mean to do that, because we have seen in the past there sometimes is intentional stuff that happens at these short tracks.
But you're still mad, right? You're still mad if you see them don't respond. You're like, this guy can't drive.
Cool off time.
These guys ran out of talent. You know how many times you heard that? I love that line. That's my favorite.
Well, sounds like Adam Strom's limited out on crappie.
Oh,
he's going to head down and bring some fresh fillets down to you on the pit lane. You got your fish fryer out there?
I got the fish fryer, and then I use that Cajun crawfish boil stuff. I throw that in there. I mix everything up. I get it all seasoned right the Cajun way.
Paper bag.
Yeah.
Shake it up. There you go.
Yeah, some of that Louisiana stuff. Now, Albert Anderson says he's new to AAA broadcasting. This is awesome, man. Well, thank you for joining us.
I think there might be some fake news in that one.
Well,
who's Albert Anderson?
Well, I'll tell you what. You can go over to trackdogsracing.com and get a shirt that has his name on it as America's driver. When you get his shirt, you get a AAA broadcasting shirt too. Go ahead and order both. You'll be a winner.
Indeed, as we enter the final 10 laps of this race, 60 of Brian Neff getting things restarted up at the front with the 5 of Nick Coate on his outside, the 1 and the 728 of Timothy Pope not coming down to pit that last time. So the 60 trying to hold up some of these guys here as we go almost 3 wide towards the back with the 69, the 15, and the 13. These guys taking a pretty much a full stop as we're still side by side battling for this lead.
73 wrecking the 15 involved. That's going to be one to look at a replay on.
Ooh, I think the 73 was breaking loose and the 15 just kind of nowhere to go while he was already stuck up underneath him there. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look back, see here, and go up to our chopper camera, kind of see what happened. I think that the 73 was, the back tires were getting just a little loose, and the 15 with a run tried going around on the inside, but not quite able to make it clean, and 73 ends up going around.
Man. Well, we're getting down to it here. We'll probably have, what, about 3 or 4 laps to go?
3-lap shootout, maybe?
Yeah, right around. So not quite a official green-white checker finish here yet. They do have that available to them here, and I don't necessarily expect them to use it, but you never know.
I'm going to use another bottle of Crown. I can tell you that. It's the holiday season.
There you go. You got the holiday spirits.
I had to stock up at the liquor store, and there was a line. It's like everybody just starts drinking this time of year. This is,
well, families are in town and that type of deal. So
yeah, I'm a regular. I should have my own line. I don't have to wait in line with the rest of you peasants.
Is it
I'm
like
here
the
all the
airline?
time.
You got your little
Express
Platinum Gold membership.
Fast Pass membership. They're like, oh, it's him again. He's gonna get that same bottle of Crown. Go ahead and give him the discount. I'm trying to.
Saying after all, my man Pope has been through tonight. He's back up to third. Incredible.
Yeah, no, we've been talking about Pope all night, and he's had a rough one there about mid race, a little after mid race, but back to it, up in third. Not surprising at all.
Not at all. Lights on the pace car are off. We get ready to get up and running.
You want to make a quilt out of all these Crown bags?
I've heard of people doing that. I've got access to some Crown bags if you need me.
I'm sure you do. I got plenty. Don't worry.
Somebody tried to give me a bunch the other day.
As here we go.
Flags in the air.
Final 4 laps of this race. The outside lane with the 60 as we go side to side, door to door racing. As we got a wreck.
Chris Klein goes sideways. The 19, the 14, the 15 all collected. The 73 once again collected in a wreck.
Looks like
I was
15.
I was busy watching that front action, which was great.
The 15 just door stoppered the 13's back end, the 19 and the 14 getting all spun around, tangled up in it as well. But man, you ain't kidding, English. Watching that side by side between the 5 and the 60, racing does not get any closer than that. Oh my goodness, they were basically steering each other's cars there.
They were stuck together. Siamese twin cars there for a while.
Yeah, this is where everybody lays it out on the table.
Let's talk about green-white checkers, guys, because this is going to be our first official green-white checker. And you're right, Adam, we got 3 attempts. Larry Dickerson saying that the little check up there was because of him. He started in the wrong gear on the last restart. We've seen that happen before.
13 of Chris Klein. He must have had some damage. He's coming down, get it fixed. He'll start from the back, looks like.
I will say before we talk about the green-white checker that a cow caught casually eating snake in outback of Australia.
Isn't it crazy what happens down in Australia?
It's
like one giant Florida.
It makes you wonder what the food chain is down there.
You're at the bottom. You are.
I'm not real. I don't really want to go down there, check that place out.
You get off the plane, any animal you see can kill you pretty much.
Yeah,
That's
even
the way I understand.
The cute, like koalas, they could probably bite your face off. And a kangaroo can knock you out and kill you.
Did you see the video that went viral? That guy trying to save his dog from a kangaroo, and he
Yeah,
punched it in the face. And he's
I
like
did.
stunned it, and it was like,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, it was total
That was
redneck Australian stuff right there. Man.
Well, here we go. We're gonna stack them, rack them, and stack them again here. Is this gonna be a quickie caution? Or are we going back too wide here?
We will be.
Not yet.
So green, white, checker rules, for those of you that may not know, is we will be taking the green flag here at the once when the pace car peels on off. Once when we go around once, the white flag will wave. If the leader crosses the line once when that white flag waves, we won't have another caution. But if a caution comes out before that, we will get things re-racked and stacked here, as the 5 and the 60 are going to get things started off up at this front. And boy, I'm going to be looking forward to this battle, as that last restart, if it was a sign for things to come, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. As here comes that pace car for green, white, checker, temp number 1. Green flag racing, we go side by side down through turns 1 and 2. That 5 and the 60 not giving an inch here once again, still battling side by side. Neither bumper in front of the other. Everybody trying to give their room behind them there as well, but still great side-by-side racing as they come back down across the line. No more cautions here tonight. The white flag is waving. The 5 is out in front of the 60, getting the run on that outside lane. The 1 in the 728 having a great battle behind them here as they head on down through turns 3 and 4. The 1 makes contact with the 60. Both drivers keeping it straight as the 5 comes across the line, picking up the race win with the 60 and the 1 in tow.
What a great finish.
Wow.
Great call
cool.
there, Brown. It's like a horse race.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, just let the master call it and just we'll sit back and watch. Good job,
Heck
Brown.
yeah.
Wow, Coat coming from 5 spots down to win this thing. Neff and Welch. Interesting finish. Wasn't exactly expecting that.
On a night we saw pretty much everything. A lot of problems with grip coming out of turn 4, but we did see a lot of great passing out there tonight. Quite a bit of contact between. It looks like we had some after race shenanigans too between the 15 and the 53 machine down there on the pit lane.
Sweet.
That got caught on camera for the broadcast. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, that was a fantastic finish to tonight's race. Man, from the second to last restart there, we knew it was going to be something special, especially with how the 60 and the 5 were driving things. And man, it was not a disappointment whatsoever. So we do have some people jumping up in there into the chat right now. So let's go ahead and talk to tonight's 3rd place finisher, and that will be the one of Mr. DW himself, Mr. Derek Welch, having a up and down night, but finishing pretty much well on the upside here on the podium in 3rd. Looked like it was a tricky task out there tonight, Derek, with the tires, especially coming out of these corners.
Turn 4 was hell. You get below a car and try to get power to the back wheels, and it just wasn't happening. I was kind of happy I was above Pope right there, coming out of those corners because there was more traction on top, and I had a good feeling I could get around Pope. I just wish I had a few more laps to maybe get first, because this is one of my favorite tracks, and it's kind of I love having a 3rd place finish, but man, I need a win.
And we know you're a fan of these technical tracks, and yeah, I think you're right. You just ran out of time there. I think if you would have had even three to five more solid green flag laps, you might have had a shot at passing Nick Code up there. But how about this group of drivers you got assembled here, putting on one heck of a race here at North Wilkesboro? Not a caution fest like we see in other parts of iRacing, where you cram as many cars as you can onto a short track, and it just ends up being a nightmare. You guys handled it great out there tonight. This league really is doing something right.
Well, thank God it's a holiday, right? Uh,
Yeah.
It'll be kind of bad if we had 25 plus cars out here. Yeah, I, I've said it over and over. NTRL, I really believe we have the best group of drivers here. From the Arca lead, that's a free lead. That's supposed to be rookie leads, and we had Larry Dickerson come in here last time we win a race, and he was a fan wanting to get in the lead not too long ago, and we got a bunch of great group of drivers here, and I can't say enough about them between the Arca, Xfinity, and the next gen, and I'm proud of them.
Well, great job tonight. I think next week we're looking at something a little different. Is that Watkins Glen on the schedule next week?
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to that. That's one of my faves. According to road courses, now that crap we rode on a few weeks ago, that Daytona road course, that's for the birds. I promise you, as long as NTRL is around, that will not be in our schedule no more.
Nice. Watkins Glen is probably the only one I appreciate out of
My favorite one.
on the NASCAR platforms. So great job tonight. You got any shout outs?
To all sponsors, the Track Bar Media, all of them. I've had a long week, guys. So, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Happy New Year to everybody, and thanks for the broadcast, guys.
Awesome, man.
Happy
Well,
New Year.
congratulations on the 3rd place finish here, DW. We look forward to seeing you guys back in action here next year, and man, go enjoy a few bevs, and hopefully, I know old men like you. Is it hard for you to stay up till midnight?
Oh, you shoot me
there.
out on the broadcast, man. On the broadcast. You know what?
Messed up.
You know
I'd never
what?
do that to you.
You know what? You bring your butt over here. I'll drink a few and beat your butt on the golf course. How about that?
There you go.
Oh man. All right then, man. I'll see you out there on the 9th green at 9. I'll be all right. But
All right, bro.
a great race here tonight. 3rd place finished. Good job, DW.
Thanks, guys.
Always picking on the old guys. That's why you're picking on us
the
too.
old guys. But either way, we move up the leaderboard here to talk to our 2nd place finisher in the 60 of Brian Neff. And Brian, man, this was a tough race, and you did a pretty good job trying to keep that 60 machine out of trouble here tonight, and you even ended up in a heck of a battle here with the 5 of Coat in those final few laps, and we saw some great restarts there and some great racing towards the end of this thing.
Yeah, I was giving it everything I had there. I think he had better tires than I did at the end. But, for the most part, pretty clean race tonight. Guys did a great job. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we enjoyed watching you, man. I love the old Mark Martin Winn-Dixie throwback paint. It's pretty cool. You guys are going to Watkins Glen next week. It's my favorite road course. I think Adam expressed the same. But you guys looking forward to that, and you getting prepped, and you plan on doing some practice laps probably this week?
Yeah, I'll practice a little bit. I just got to get used to the weight of this car, but I like Watkins Glen, so it should be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, great job tonight. Tough track, keeping the power down under 4. You did a great job. You got any shout outs or anything like that?
I'd just like to thank these guys for letting me run over here, and I really enjoy watching the broadcast afterwards. You guys do a great job. Other than that, that's about all I got. I really had a good time tonight. Guys raced pretty clean.
Awesome, Brian. Well, congratulations. 2nd place finish here tonight, man. Go enjoy yourself into the new year, and we'll see you guys back in action here in 2023.
All right, man. Happy New Year, guys.
He's
Sure.
one of those talented new drivers that's so exciting to watch. I'm glad Brian's here in this league.
Yeah, you ain't kidding us. We move up the leaderboard here to talk with tonight's race winner, the 5 of Mr. Nicholas Coate, bringing that thing home in the 1st place spot. Man, Nick, congratulations. You had yourself an up and down night as well, but you definitely finished on the upside of that thing with a great battle with Brian there to finish things off.
I have no clue how I won that race. I thought I was fifth or sixth best. Wrecked a couple times, wrecked like 10 times in practice, never driven the track until yesterday morning, but I pulled it off somehow.
Well, you wouldn't be up there if you weren't a decent race car driver. We have so much talent in this league. I know the Arca is kind of the rookie league, but there's some really seasoned drivers out here that are really great. And you held your own out there and survived. And congrats on the win out there tonight. We did see some contact between some drivers out there tonight. You know, the shape of these cars, when you get up behind somebody, it just lifts the rear wheels off the ground. We saw you involved in a couple of those. I mean, the checkups are kind of hard to deal with out there, aren't they? You really can't, you don't have reaction time to really do anything about it.
Yeah, definitely. The stock car brakes are not like F1 car brakes, so they definitely don't. You can't stop on a dime, so that's definitely a lot of beating and banging. And that's what short track racing is, really.
Well, next week, Watkins Glen. What are your thoughts on that? And some shout outs.
Watkins Glen. Love watching it on TV. I'm not sure how I feel about running it in the sim, but we'll see how it goes. I didn't expect to win this week, so you never know what could happen. And shout out to you guys putting on a great show every single week, and to Derek and everyone at Numb Thumbs for putting on the league.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on picking up the race win here tonight. We can't wait to see you guys back in action here in 2023. So go and enjoy your New Year's, man. And good job picking up tonight's race win.
Thanks, guys.
Happy New Year, Nick.
All right. And so with that, this is our final race of 2022 in the books. And man, it's this is a good one to finish the year on. This has been fun.
Sure is, man. I was thinking coming into this that man, we're gonna have there's gonna be a lot of cautions and this and that and the other. We saw some great racing out there tonight. Some close racing, door banging. Guys struggling with control on these cars, and it was not a disappointing race at all.
No, it was fun as the rally train goes past you there. Love to hear that.
I was trying to wrap it up before the train got here.
Oh, I love to hear the train. Train just makes me happy. Everybody loves trains. Little trains and dogs. You know,
I wish you had to live with this thing at 2 a.m.
Oh, I've lived near one. No, thank you. But good race. So great way to end the year. Looking forward to next year, boys.
And that indeed, as we take a look at tonight's finishing order here. We got that 5 of Nick Coate finishing up on that number 1 spot. Great run from him. Same thing with the 60 of Brian Neff coming up just a little short. That was a great battle between those two drivers there coming towards the end. Same thing with the 1 of Derek Welsh finishing here tonight in 3rd, battling it out with that 728 of Timothy Pope finishing there in 4th. A good solid run from Tim. You got the 69 of Larry Dickerson. He was sticking that car everywhere here tonight, up and down and all around, but able to finish tonight in 5th with the 14 of Adam Kilday, your hard charger of the race, up 7 spots to finish in 6th. The coach and Slim, James Bowden, in the 53 machine, he had a really rough up and down day as well, but he was able to walk away in 7th. The 15 of Vince Short, man, he'd like to get some of these incidents back as he finishes here in 8th. 9th, we had the 19 of Cole Larson right where he started, but it was eventful nonetheless for him as a big-ass fans machine. Jeff Ottinger fights back from being a lap down a couple times to finish here in the top 10.
73 of Josh Kelleher, that throwback paint. We saw him involved in a few accidents, especially here late. He'll finish in 11th place. 12th place will be Chris Klein, same kind of deal in that 13 car. Involved in a few wrecks out there tonight. He will finish the last car on the lead lap. Danny Baker in that 90 machine, down 84 laps, just kind of ran out of fast repairs and suffered a lot of damage out there to that Sonic the Hedgehog machine. Robert Amaral and Carson Conway did not grid a car tonight. So we had 13 cars out here running just about the whole race. So, man, that was a good one. I'm glad to have done it with you guys.
Absolutely. As we also thank our great fans out there, because you guys are the reason why we do this year in and year out and have such a good time of doing it. So thank you guys so much. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell if you haven't done so already, so that way you get alerted when we do go live here in the new year. As well as be sure to hit that thumbs up button, so that way the YouTube algorithm knows, hey, share it with more people, because we're getting some likes on this thing, and maybe more and more people will join this great community. We also have to thank the great race sponsors, JP Designs and 3D Prints, jumping on board here and doing a great job with their sponsorship thing. Same thing here with Davidson Builders. Thank you guys so much. As well as Admin Box, a premier button box solution for race control admins. Thank you guys jumping on board here as well. We also got to thank Track Bar Media and their great promo and intro video there. Thank you guys so much. Big thank you to simgearcentral.com as well. Be sure to go check them out for some great button boxes, as well as be sure to get your NTRL as well as AAA merchandise over at trackdogsracing.com. Big thank you to Josh Bittner over there and the Track Dogs Racing team. And of course, big thank you to Country Through the Ages for the action replay sponsorship as well. So be sure to go check them out at countrythroughtheages.com.
And his Facebook page.
Oh, and the Facebook page. Didn't know they had a Facebook. So there you go. You got multiple options there to go check them on out and give them some love. So with that, we close 2022 out with a bang here from North Wilkesboro. We look forward to seeing you guys in the new year, as the next race we got is the championship race at Phoenix from the Vigilante Racing League. And oh boy, have the Final Four been going at it all season long, and I don't expect anything different here coming up for this final race. So with that, enjoy your happy new year, everybody. Please do not drink and drive. Be sure to get a ride. There's Uber, Lyft, and I'm sure you could probably call your mom and they'd come pick you up as well. So enjoy it responsibly. I'm Alan Brown for Alan English and Adam Turner. We'll see you guys next year.
Be safe out there. We gone.
See ya.